Congrats, we made it through the slurs. Now we're going to move on to variation number 5, and this one also has 5 variations, so there will be 5 A, B, C, D, and E, just like the last one, except this one is a spiccato and sautille transitional exercise. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 2 beats on the string and then 2 beats bounced off of the string. We're going to be doing this with different rhythms going up the scale. So we're going to start with 8th notes. So it will be 1 and 2 and you'll see that I'll start with doing those 2 beats on the string and then coming off. And with the 8th notes, we want to be right down here in this bottom part of the bow. We don't usually play bounce bowings this low, but it's a really great arm exercise. Okay, and so this is variation 5A. So you might have noticed that at this slow of a tempo, our arm is actually leading the bounce. We'll start to see that change as we get faster. Variation 5B is going to be triplets. So we're going to do 2 beats on and 2 beats off. Same kind of thing. Now for the triplets, we want to be about right here in the bow. And we're going to be using a little bit more wrist action than we did before, but still a lot of leadership from the arm since we're at a slow tempo. Variation 5C will now be 16th notes going up the scale with 2 beats on and 2 beats off. These will be about right here in the bow. We're moving up a little bit, right around the balance point where you probably originally learned spiccato. We're going to have a lot more wrist action than arm now, but the arm will still play a part at this slow of a tempo. Also, remember to keep doing vibrato even when we get it faster like this. Variation 5D will be sixtuplets, 2 beats on, 2 beats off, same thing. And then we're going to be about right here in the bow. octuplets. At this point, we're not going to really be doing much of a spiccato anymore. It's going to transition into more of a sautier kind of stroke. So let the bow do its thing. We're going to be right in the mid-range of the bow. Scale variation number 6 is actually consecutive spiccato, so we're going to be going up and down the scale with every bounce being a new pitch. And so our incentive in this is to make sure that our transitions between notes are really smooth and that every note has a beautiful vibrated tone quality, even though it is being bounced. We will start with 16th notes, so this is variation 6A. 1 E and a 2 E and a. Variation 6B is going to be the same thing but with sixtuplets, and we want to really maintain that same left-hand tone quality even though it's going to be faster. Variation number 7 is going to be a Martelé kind of stroke, but with a trill. And so we're just going to go up the scale ascending. We're just going to do 2 octaves on this one because trills can be kind of exhausting after a while and you don't want your fingers to get tense. The whole purpose of this is to stay relaxed and to just let the reflexive action of the trill take its course. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a 1-beat break in between each trill so you can reset and relax your fingers and prepare to have that burst of energy right at the beginning of the next trill. We will also have to do a slight finger adjustment when we get to the string crossing over here to account for the E flat since we can't do an open string trill. Variation number 8 is actually going to be a slurred, yes, slurred third double stops. So for thirds, our main focus is going to be first of all intonation, second of all vibrato and smooth tone quality, and then thirdly the transitions. We're going to expose all of the transitions. This bowing is going to be the same slurred bowing that we did in exercise number 1. This bowing exposes everything, and I guarantee that if you try it, you'll be like, oof, didn't know that that was happening. So bear with me if there's any impurities in my sound, but it's still a work in progress. exercise number 9 is going to be double stop octaves that are slurred going up the scale. We're going to use the same bowing that we just did on the thirds and that we did on exercises number 1 and 3. And this is to isolate all of the transitions between the string crossings and shifts. So the most important thing with octaves is to maintain a light finger weight and to never press down into the string. We want to maintain this nice hand frame the whole time. For the sake of time, I'm just going to do 1 octave, but you could do more if you wanted to.